Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and this afternoon I am joined by
Manu from Ivy Gold.
It's great to be chatting to you this afternoon. I love Live at Yovel. What's the feedback been like so far from media and fans?
It's been pretty good actually. Many fans or many listeners and people who watch the DVD or just the single on YouTube, they said they felt like if they were actually with us, right. They watched the DVD at home, but they felt like like they were with us at that special venue. It was very intimate, the gig there. So yeah, it was very intimate also with the band and everything. So that kind of I guess came across and people like it. And they're asking us are you going to be playing more? Are you, do you have any more gigs planned and stuff? And yeah, so we're working on that.
Cool. That was my next question, actually. What are your plans for the rest of the year, tour and festival wise, and are there hopes to get over to the UK?
Well, actually, we are in contact with a few bookers in the UK. So we'll see, if we can arrange something with them, because obviously we're going to need some help, coming to the UK. And I mean, we wish we could just, go over there, because we got so much really great feedback also from the studio album. So we really want to, hit the road and go to the UK. The problem is, though, that a lot of we've been talking to many people in the UK, and everybody's, kind of struggling in the UK as well, especially the venues.
Yeah.
I think yesterday I read that each day, 20 clubs, they need to be, closing down.
Horrible. Yeah.
So it's really the whole corona and the pandemic and everything has changed everything. So everything is still not stable. So for us, it's really hard as a band that is not, we've just started, right? 2 years or something. So we are not, we don't have that big name yet, right? Obviously, especially with the venues and stuff, and they don't want to take up too many risks, right? Bands, they got to make sure that a lot of people come, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's a lot of, work to do for everybody. And so we're just keeping our fingers crossed, and we'll take it day by day, to be honest, right? We continue with everything and hope that we'll make it to the UK, or we'll wherever they, people want to hear us, we'll go. Obviously.
Cool. Yeah. So have you been over to the UK before? And if you do get over, it's not just London, it's bigger than London. Everyone just plays London.
I know. No, I mean, I've been to London and stuff, but I haven't really seen that much from the countryside and stuff. And I really want to see that, because I feel and I know it's really, really beautiful. And so I know London is going to be a tough place to start out, touring and gigging anyway. So we'll go to the smaller places.
Yeah, absolutely. You should do it. Yeah. Okay, so I want to go back to the band's name. Why were you called, and are you called Ivy Gold?
Well, the ivy, right, is that plant kind of that grows all the way up and down and spreads out, right? And that kind of made us think back then when we started, this is the way our journey was, our path was always. It wasn't always straightforward, so we always took different turns and stuff. And that kind of just reminded me of the ivy and gold, just because I'm thinking about my band and the boys, and they're the golden boys for me. And and gold is just something very valuable, I guess, and very positive, and it's got a lot of strength.
Yeah.
So that's
Brilliant.
how we came up with that. It sounds
Great.
to me positive, right?
Yeah, it is positive. It's a positive name. So am I right in saying that as a band, you're sort of spread out all over the place? You're not in just the one same city. You're spread out in different countries, aren't you?
Right. Sebastian and myself, we are in Germany, and the others, they are, well, we've got Anders from the UK, Anders Olander. He is in Bristol.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Bristol, and we've got Kevin, he's in New York, and Tal, he's over in Los Angeles. So
wow.
yeah. So we are really like, spread all over the place, which makes it also harder for the touring part as well, to bring the band together. So because everybody needs to fly in, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, it's just the way the whole thing started in the beginning was just we recorded an album together, and then we got the gigs, and we did the DVD and everything, and now we're decided that we want to stay together also for the live thing, as the studio lineup. We want to keep the studio lineup for the live gigs as well, because it's just working so nicely. But you got to bring everybody.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's a bit of I can't say it, logistical nightmare at times, and I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I suppose you've got the wonders of the internet, so at least you can sort of work that way. As many people have done over through COVID and that. So yeah. So with COVID, has it been like a time for you to be able to get more work written down and songs together, and just has it been like a lot of positive times rather than negative?
It really it gave us some time to really actually go into the creative process, and because right when we had the first lockdown and everything, the whole world was just like shut down, right? We're at home, and all of a sudden you had so much time in a way, right? We were just everybody was grounded, and we really used that time as well. So for us, even though it was a hard time, and it still is occasionally, right? Like depending on the location where you are, and the but we use the time really for songwriting, for pre-recording songs, and so like it's been also positive, right? It's in life, not everything is always negative. Like I'm not a black and white thinker, it's been a good time for us as well, really.
So a bittersweet sort of pill basically at the end of the day. I know.
You gotta make the best of it, like
you have to.
And that I always do. Like that's just my personality.
Absolutely, that's brilliant. Okay, so in Dream World, then, if you could go out on tour with any bands, dead or alive, which would you choose? 3 bands.
3 bands that I wanted to play with, or what was that?
Yeah, to go out on tour with, dead or alive.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, of course, I mean, Joe Bonamassa would be,
Yeah.
You were saying, if I had a dream come true, I'd love to go out with him. But I also love like this guy Richie Kotzen, that I just really love his playing and his singing. So yeah, I'd love that. And who else? I really like Eric Gales as well. His style and his music. So sorry, it's all guys.
All right, it's good. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Yeah, but it's just the, the music that I really, really love and that I listen to also a lot. Right.
Okay. Tell us your best ever performance with Ivy Gold.
The best ever performance.
Yeah.
Well, with Ivy Gold, we only had 2 live performances so far.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're just like
new,
right? And
okay, so what about then being your best performance?
The best one, we had the first one that we where we supported Area Littinen. That was our first gig, and then the next day we had the gig at the Juvel, which we recorded live. Right, that was actually the second live appearance, and yeah, and for me, obviously that was the best one. It was better than the first one. I saw an improvement, and yeah, it's been a really, really great gig, and everything kind of like just fell into place, right? Because we got the band together and we only we rehearsed like a day, one day, and then we played the shows. Yeah. It's just like with the musicians, they're just so good, right? Like everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then you come together and you just play and have fun. So.
Okay. So can you tell us then what's the most memorable concert you've ever been to?
I think it was Toto in Munich.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I love them. Such a great band.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just amazing. Every single band member is just so unique and just they're so tight and a really great band. I love them.
Cool. Is there a song written by another musician that you wish you had written?
There's so many songs.
Yeah.
But just spontaneously, I'm thinking about Old Love. It's like a really cool tune from Eric Clapton. And we've done that as a band a couple of times, covering it, and I remember that I even said that to the guys, like, oh, I wish I had written that song. Yeah, but there's so many. That's just
Okay, I know.
One example. There's great songs out there, and
there is.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Queen when I answer that question. They say a Queen song or something like that. But that's true.
Yeah.
So when did you first realize you had such an amazing talent, and can you remember your first ever performance ever?
Well, I didn't grow up with music. I didn't grow up singing or whatever. I kind of like got into the whole music and music scene pretty late.
Yeah.
And so I never thought I had a special talent or anything. I just, I went to different teachers and stuff, and and at some point I wanted to, sing in a band or sing with other people and stuff. So I joined different bands and different groups and everything. And I never thought that I had this, wow, I'm just very down to earth. Like I do what I love. And it's probably now that when, I do get feedback from, the press or whatever, when they compare you to, different singers and stuff, where I go like, oh gosh, really? Did they just say that about me, about my voice and stuff? I never thought I would. Some journalists compared me to, I don't know, like Beth Hart or Dana Fuchs, or all those really, really great female singers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh gosh. Oh God. Okay. Well, yeah, my first performance, my first ever performance. Let me think. That's God. I can't even really think of the very first. Oh, I must have been so nervous and shy, but but it's like when I was younger and started, to perform, I was really shy and nervous, but whenever I went out on stage, something changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It changed, and it was all of a sudden just so natural, just being there, standing there, and kind of like just communicating with the people, or just sharing what I have to say with the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Brilliant. So this is a bit of a cheeky question then. So if you could dump and strand 3 bands or musicians on a desert island, who would you choose?
Dump and strand? What do you mean?
You don't like, you just don't want to ever hear from them again.
Oh God.
Like for me,
that's a tough question, because that's really a tough question, because everybody has their role.
It's a bit naughty, isn't it? I know, but for me, right, it'd be Adele, Ed Sheeran, and I don't know, Elton John.
Yeah, Elton John. Yeah, it's probably I would say, I don't know, maybe Britney Spears.
Oh.
God. Yeah, it's like I like real music, like with real musicians and all that electronic, computer-based music. That's probably the stuff that I don't resonate with so much, because I feel like that's coming from a computer, right? It's a drum machine. It's not a real drum, so. But on the other hand, I really feel that I don't have the right to say, well,
it's a really cheeky question.
Your craft or your art,
I know.
Shit, right?
It's a cheeky question, I know.
It's tough.
I know. You don't really want to be dissing someone, do you?
Exactly. I don't want to, be rude or anything, because it's art, and it's everybody likes different things.
Yeah, I agree though, with computers and that. I mean, sometimes it's like if you hear the radio, mainstream radio, it's like speeded up voices and that. It's like, that's not music. It's a joke. Yeah, proper old school we are. Okay then. So the next one then, if you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
Oh, I'm a singer. My body is my instrument. So I'm the voice, but I know a lot of people don't think of the voice as an instrument, but it is, right?
It is.
It's my body that's the instrument.
Yeah.
But I'd be like a nice grand piano.
Brilliant.
A white one.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you give us 4 words to describe Ivy Gold?
We are very diverse. We have different styles, right? So diversity. We are funky. We are groovy. And we are very courageous.
Brilliant. That's great. Yeah. Okay, so it's just 5 questions now, then I'll let you go. So it's either or either. So the first one is vinyl or digital?
A vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small intimate gig or festival?
That's hard. I love both. I love both, to be honest. But I have to decide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll take the small intimate one.
Awesome. Okay. Oktoberfest or Wacken?
Oh, Wacken.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
No. But I don't like the Oktoberfest.
Fair enough. Okay. Awesome. So next one is, because you're in Germany, so I hope I've said this right. Bratwurst. Bratwurst or lager beer?
Lager beer.
Yeah. Okay. And the final one is, are you a saint or a sinner?
I'm a saint.
Brilliant. All right, that's great. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers and listeners?
Well, I thank you very much for supporting us and just supporting real music and good music and supporting, live music. And yeah, just thank you so much, because without the people, that are listening to not only us, but obviously, other blues rock bands and stuff. It's, we do all of this for the people actually out there. And, if they enjoy the music, then we're happy.
Absolutely. That's brilliant.
My heart is aching from all this pain. We've come so far, still there's chaos in the world. Where can we go from here? Is there a place safe and sound? Reach on your head. Reach out your hand, I'll set you free. Reach out your hand. Reach out your hand, I'll set you free. My soul is rising higher. It's burning like a fire. Feeling born again. My Holy Spirit's alive. Can you feel the power within? I've been praying for so long. I can see the end of the road. It's been a long way.